See for it. What is that? That's not a word. That's a... Flugenklinkenkeinen? Flugen... Ow! 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 Oh, Flugenklinkenholen.
Did you say Flügelkämmchen?
Yes, yes. For the love of God, Flugenheimler.
Are you sure?
Yes, please.
As you wish. Bring on the Flügelkämmchen!
Wait, what? Uh-oh.
Hello, everyone. Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Cinema Society Saturday. Now, if you're not aware of what that is, Cinema Society Saturday is a group of us who all put our keys into a fishbowl. No, wait, I'm sorry. It's a group of us who get a random theme each week. We then partner up, head off into separate rooms. No, not that either. We then give our partners a movie that fits within the theme, and then we review those films for each and every one of you. Now, this time around, if you didn't guess from the intro or any of the parts that I've been talking about here, the theme, well, you'll just have to beg for it. No, wait, okay, not that either. The theme for this week is Romance and Erotica. Now, my partner for this week is Ameriah Rain, and if you're not already following her, definitely go and do so. She has some really great content. She's also one of the other people that I do Creature Madness with, which is other horror movie reviews specifically about creature features. And for this week's theme, Ameriah gave me the film of Boxing Helena, the 1993 film directed and co-written by Jennifer Lynch. So the first thing I'll say when it comes to this film with this week's theme, I would not put this movie into the category of romance. I mean, not unless you also consider Misery a romance, but this does absolutely fit into the category of erotica. As a trigger warning, there are some scenes which do have nudity, although I'm sure not many people have an issue with that part of it. But there are also segments that, even though most of this is not shown, there's definitely implied SA or dominance that's not just physical dominance, but also mental and emotional as well. Now, let me tell you more about the concept to see if this is something that you do want to check out for yourselves. This film's main character is Dr. Nick Kavanaugh. He is a surgeon, and not just any surgeon, but the head of surgery at the hospital that he works at. Now, on the surface, Nick pretty much seems normal, definitely a little bit of an awkward person, but for a wealthy surgeon, he has some friends, he has a girlfriend, and he just recently inherited a mansion after his mother's passing. Under the surface, however, he is definitely a disturbed individual. He had a very rough upbringing, but along with that, he also has a very unhealthy obsession with a woman named Helena that he had an affair with. Nick at one point decides to host a party at his mansion, which, once again, on the surface, seems like a good idea. Under the surface, though, it's not for the best of reasons, as he is just trying to impress Helena, who he has invited, even though his girlfriend is also there. Now, the next day after the party, Nick manages to kind of trick Helena to come back to his home, as he wants an opportunity to prove that his love for her is real and that she should love him back. This goes very awkwardly, and as she's leaving, she unfortunately is struck by a vehicle. Now, with his experience as a surgeon, he attempts to help her out by amputating her legs, and then it's his decision to keep her in his home and try to take care of her. From here, he continues to try to prove his love to her, and she keeps turning him down. This then causes him to make more alterations thus causing her to depend on him even more. So, will Helena stay stuck as his prisoner, or will someone finally discover what's happening and free her? This was definitely a very odd movie, but it was strangely interesting to watch. Now, one of the things that I still don't know if I liked or didn't like is it had a very soap opera feel to it. Not that I'm a fan of soap operas myself, but it did seem to kind of work with the story and the atmosphere for this film. One thing that is very impressive, in my opinion, for this movie is the cast. You have Julian Sands as the main character, but you also have Sherilyn Fenn, you have Bill Paxton, Kurtwood Smith, and even Art Garfunkel plays a character. On a side note, it is truly sad what happened to Julian Sands in real life. Also, Bill Paxton, too. Both of them have passed away well before they should, at least in my opinion. Speaking of Julian Sands, though, and getting back to this film, I don't know if I like his performance or not because I can't tell if he's doing a bad job or if he's doing so good that his character is coming off in just the right awkward and weird way that that character should be played. One last thing I do want to mention is there's a twist that comes near the end of the film that I really was not expecting, and strangely enough, it made me appreciate the movie a little bit more as some of the questions or loose ends that I felt were there really did get answered because of the twist. But I won't say anything more in case you want to check this out. So, because I kind of kept going back and forth on this, I am going to give it a 3 out of 5. And if you want to check it out for yourselves, it is not really on any streaming services, but you can find it on YouTube. Once more, I am going to mention definitely go and start following Ameriah if you're not already doing so. She has great movie and book reviews, and let's see if we can get her up to 8,000 followers. One additional reason is so you can go and watch the movie that I gave her to review, and that would be the 2022 film Bones and All. I hope you enjoyed my review for Boxing Helena, and if you've already seen that, let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you want to see what everyone else in the group did with their romance and erotica videos, just look up the hashtag Cinema Society Saturday. And I do hope I see each and every one of you back here next week.